All right. So we're going to go ahead and keep reviewing on category 1. You can zoom in on your device if it's not clear enough. Okay. I'm going to start on question number 67. I go to test. Simplify the following numerical expression. Simplify. That just means like solve it. There's no letters, no nothing. So they just want us to solve that problem. Now, you have a calculator, okay? So please make sure that you use it and use it wisely. This right here, I don't know if you know, but this is the square root. They just, the computer just kind of puts it like that, but that's a square root. So this would probably be like a griddable on your exam, and you don't have to do anything but put everything on your calculator, okay? So for example, 9 raised to the 5 halves. 9 raised, and remember how I put 5 halves? Alpha y equals enter, 5 halves. Enter. That's 243. Just this little part is 243. Then it says right here, let me double check that it's the plus sign. Okay, plus the square root of 256. Second, and then go right here to the x squared. Second, that'll be the square root, 256. That's 16. And then 1/9 raised to the negative 0.5. So alpha y equals enter, 1/9 raised to the negative 0.5. And that's 3. And it says minus. So there you go. So now I'm just going to type that in. 243 plus 16 minus 3. 256. So don't make it more complicated than it is, okay? You're just plugging it into your calculator. That's it. Same thing on 68. Type it into your calculator. There's really nothing to do there, okay? So that one, did I do it? I guess I can do that one. Okay. So here we go. 8 raised to the negative 2/3. So 8, and then here's the little caret, that's called a caret, raised to the alpha y equals enter, negative 2/3. And you can do it in pieces. Let's find out what number that is. That's 0.25. Plus 32 raised to the 3/5. 32 raised, alpha y equals enter, 3/5. That's 8. Minus 3 cubed. 3 cubed. That's 27. Minus half squared. So alpha y equals enter, half, raise it to the second power. 1/4. Okay, which, what is that as a decimal? If you want to write it as a decimal, 1 divided by 4, 0.25. And then I just type it all in. 0.25 plus 8 minus 27 minus 0.25. Negative 19. Okay. All right, so question number 69 and 70, we did not get to, okay? We ran out of time, and I felt it was more important to start reviewing for the test as opposed to start going over very simple concepts like this, because maybe you'll get one question or maybe none, all right? So for one question, I wasn't gonna waste any more time. So basically it says, can you rewrite this number that is being raised to a fraction? Can you write it as a radical? And yes, we can. The only thing you have to remember is this: top in, bottom out. That's what you have to remember, okay? So the big number goes inside your radical, okay? Then you look at your fraction. Top, that's your numerator. The numerator is 1, goes in. The denominator, the bottom, goes out. And that's it. Now, remember that they don't like to put once. So I can rewrite it just like this. So where is that? Answer A. Why did I not cover this? Again, I did not want to waste any more time. And because these are just numbers, I could literally go like this: 29 raised to the alpha y equals enter, raised to the 1/3. I could do this and try to figure out, okay, what number is that? That's that number. Okay. And then I go here. The cube root, this is a little 3. So it's not going to be this one. It's not going to be this square root. Okay. It's going to be found under math. And you see right here where it says cube root right there. You press it and then you put 29. And then you check, is it the same? Yes, it is. So you could do it like that. Okay. All right, look at number 70. Big number goes inside the radical. Top in, bottom out. So where is that? This one's missing the 2, gone. 2 inside, yes. 5 outside, yes, maybe. This one flipped the numbers out, and this one didn't put both of them inside. So there you go. Top in, bottom out. You'll probably get one question or none. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. All right. It says 71. An algebraic expression involving integer and rational exponents is shown below. And we have to simplify it, I believe. There's no question there. Bummer. We're going to skip it because there should be some answer choices. I forgot the answer choices. So, sorry. Here we go. What is the solution to this equation? All right, so when you see 2 parentheses like that, it should remind you of the intercept form of a quadratic, okay? And solutions means the x-intercepts. And remember how we found the x-intercepts? We would take the opposite of the parentheses, okay? So for example, if I would give you real numbers like this, then I would tell you that the solutions, AKA the x-intercepts, are going to be opposite of that one, 2, 0, and opposite of this one, negative 3, 0. Okay. Here, they're just like, instead of giving them numbers, let's give them more letters to make it look more confusing. You're still doing the same thing. You're going to take the opposite of a negative A. That's a positive A. The opposite of a B is a negative B. So where do you see a positive A and a negative B? Letter A. Okay. Look at 73. Make sure you're writing all these down. There's always one like 73, so pay close attention. Which expression is a factor of this one? If you don't understand what the question's asking, then that's going to be a problem. So basically they're saying, which one of these is one of the x-intercepts of this quadratic? Which one of these is one of the x-intercepts? So they didn't give you both. If they had given me both, then I would just put this on y1, these on y2, and check my tables. They didn't give me both. Okay, they're just saying which one of these is one of the x-intercepts. So here's what you do. Whenever you don't have both parentheses and they only give you one, you need to do this. You're still going to go to y equals. Okay, so that's the beauty of this packet, that a lot of it is on y equals. So you're going to put the original problem, 12x squared minus 5x minus 2. And then on the y2, you're going to put the answer choices. So let's say I think it's 12x minus 2. And I'm going to press graph. If this is my answer, it's going to go through the x-intercept. Okay, so look. Here's my quadratic. There are my x-intercepts, right? And then here's answer. Okay, it looks like it's going through there. I don't know. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in again. I need to see clearly. Ah, did this line go through either of my x-intercepts? No, it didn't, right? So then it's not A. I needed to go through one of my x-intercepts. That's the only way it's going to be my answer because these parentheses are the x-intercepts. Now let me try B. B says 4x minus 1. 4x minus 1. Nope, it didn't go through here, and it didn't go through here. I needed to go through an x-intercept. So it's not B. Let's try C, 3x plus 2. No, not through here, not through here. Okay, let's try 4x plus 1. There it is. You see that? Perfectly through an x-intercept. That's your answer. So whenever you have a question like this, and you probably have one, there's always one on the test, okay? Whenever they don't give you both parentheses in it, it'll say the exact same words, which is a factor. Okay, so keep that in mind. Make a little mental note. Which is a factor? All you wanted to do is cross through one of your x-intercepts. Okay? Let's move on. It says, if A plus AR equals B plus R, what is the value of A in terms of B and R? All they're saying is, if they say what's the value of A, that means solve for A. Get A alone. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let me rewrite this. A plus AR equals B plus R. All right. Well, I need to get A alone, correct? But there's like 2 here. I can't just be like, well, subtract AR, because now you're going to have an A over here also. Okay, notice what these guys have in common. They have in common an A, right? So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out that A. If I take out that A, what's A divided by A? 1. Plus, if I take out the A here, I'm just going to be left with the R. You see what I did there? This is equal to that. A times 1, A. A times R, AR. Which kind of work backwards. This is distributive property. And then me taking it out is called factoring, okay? So now I have to get A alone. Here's A. It's being multiplied by this whole thing. So the opposite of multiplication is division. And I have to do it to both sides. So there's the value of A. B plus R over 1 plus R. Okay. If you did not understand this one, it's okay. There's maybe one question where they give you a funky little equation and you solve it for a certain variable. Don't worry too much about it, okay? Look at number 75. They're giving you a pattern and they want to know, hey, which of these represents this? When they give you a pattern, guys, they're basically giving you ordered pairs. They're basically giving you ordered pairs. So when you see a pattern, you need to ask yourself, what ordered pairs are they talking about? Here's how you find the ordered pairs. Figure 1 has 3 circles. Figure 2 has 8. Figure 3 has 13. Figure 4 has 3, 4, 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 24. And figure 5 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 times 5 is 30, 35. There are your ordered pairs. And I want to know which of these gives me those numbers. So all you're going to do, anytime you see patterns or the word sequence, you're just going to put them in y equals again. Notice how the y equals is like our to-go strategy for this packet. So I'm going to type in this one first, but remember, we can only use x's, okay? So instead of n squared, I'm going to put x squared plus 2x. And I'm going to go to the table. Does my table show a 1, 3? Yes, it does. Does my table show a 2, 8? Yes, it does. Does it show a 3, 15? Well, I might have miscounted. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 3 is 12, 30, 40, 15. I miscounted. This is 15. So does it show 315? Yes, it does. Does it show 424? Yes, it does. And 535? There's your answer. It's that one. So you're just checking to see if those ordered pairs appear in the table. Okay. All right. The volume of two identical cubes is related to the edge of the length of the cubes. All right. So I don't know if you remember this from 4th and 5th grade, but volume is length times width times height. That equals volume. And when it's a cube, this one, and this one are all going to be the same number. Okay? Because it's a cube, all the sides are the same. So that's why they're only telling us one of the sides. Because if this side is x, well, guess what? So is this side, and so is this side. So then to find the volume of one cube, all I have to do is x times x times x, which is x cubed. You see how they all have a little one? It's just x cubed. This is the volume of one cube. But you've got two of them. So 2 times x cubed is 2x cubed. F. Okay. All right. Finally, look, sequence. That's just going to mean put it in y equals, look at table, just like we did for the patterns, okay? So where are the ordered pairs here, right? Well, let me show you by plugging in the first one. I'll tell you. Go to y equals, type in negative 7x plus 41, and go to the table. First of all, was the first number a 41 on the table? No, the first number was 34. You see, this is the first number in the pattern, so this is 141. This is the second number in the pattern, so this is 226. This is the third number in the pattern, 311, and so on, okay? So let me go type in G. 15x minus 34, second table. Nope, totally wrong. Okay, let's go to H. 15x minus 56. Well, this is not a negative 41, so no. Negative 15x plus 56. First number, 41, yes. Second number, 26, yes. Third number, 11. Fourth number, negative 4. Fifth number, negative 19. And sixth number, negative 34. So there you go. The answer is J. Okay. Look at 78. A rectangular prism has a width of x, a length of x squared y, and a height of y squared. Which expression represents the volume? Again, volume is length times width times height. So all they're telling you to do here is to do x times x squared y times y squared. So this is basically laws of exponents, but like being asked in a volume question. And no, you don't have to solve it. This can go on y1, answer choices on y2, and let's check the table. But remember, This strategy only works because we're going to put x's only. So this right here, x times x squared x. Instead of y, it's x times x squared. That's my original problem. Length times width times height. But I'm not going to solve it. I'm going to check my answer choices. So 4x squared, x squared again, because I cannot put the y's, okay? And I'm going to check my tables. Are my tables matching? No. It's not this one. Let me go back and let me change that little squared to a little 3. And this one to a little 3. Second table. Are my numbers matching? No. Let me check H. X squared, y squared. X squared, x squared. Because remember, we cannot put y's. Second table. No. Let me go to the last one. Hopefully that one's it. If not, I probably did something wrong over here. X cube, x cube. Oops. X cube, x cube. There it is. Matching. So my answer is J. 79. Which expression is equivalent? Same thing we were doing yesterday. Put your original problem in Y1, put answer choices in Y2, check the table. Okay, this strategy is going to work every single time on this packet. So let me see. But you got to plug it in exactly the same with x's, okay? So let's go here. 2m, so 2x, parentheses, alpha y equals enter, 3/2 x plus 1, close the parentheses, plus 3 parentheses, alpha y equals enter, 5/3 x minus 2, close the parentheses. That's the original problem. If I think the answer is A, then I'll plug in A. 3x squared plus 5x minus 1. If that's my answer, my tables will match. Nope, it's not. Okay, let me go and check C, only because there's no fractions, so it's easier to type. So I'm going to put 3x squared plus 7x minus 6, second table. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. The next one, same thing. Okay, same thing. So here we go. You're looking for something that is equivalent. Same thing, just use x's. 3x, parentheses, 1/3, so alpha y equals enter, 1/3, and I have to keep using x because I cannot use any other letter, minus 9, close the parentheses, minus 7, open parentheses, x plus 1, close the parentheses, plus x, because I can't put letter D there, parentheses, x again, because I cannot put C, plus 4, close the parentheses. So that was the original problem. Let's check what it's equal to. So I'm going to check A. 2CD would look like this, 2xx minus 34x plus 4x minus 7. Woohoo! First try. There we go. And finally, the mapping shows a function of f. What is the domain? Domain is the x values. And the x values are found on the left oval. So they want the domain. They just want those guys. -4, -1, 0 to 7. Yes, maybe. -5, -4. There's no -5 here. They actually combined both numbers. No. -5, 0, 1 to 4. Those are the y values, if that would be range. And just the 5? How is it just the 5? No. There we go. Super easy question. All right, guys, so make sure you have all of these problems. Make sure you pause it, watch it again, okay? Because if there's any questions on the rest of this packet similar to this, I'm just going to put look at number 80 because I already went over it. Okay, so make sure you take good notes, and I'll see you tomorrow when we're going to continue working on this packet.